Welcome back to Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We got Bryant Falconer, co-host of Cigar Talk, in the studio tonight, and you guys are so amazingly lucky that you get to hear any wind go over his pipes. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm doing good,
Well, you know what? It's been a long week. I hadn't seen you at all.
Yeah, man, been down.
Yeah, you had the gout.
Yeah. You got to name this stuff. He had the old man stuff. First time it hit him, and he was like done, crying like a baby. Didn't want to leave the house.
Right?
For real, bro.
I mean, were you laid up?
I'm for real. With this sucker in the air.
So did you take off a week of work?
Man, I couldn't.
Why?
I was short-staffed, man.
Oh,
the citizens got to be taken care of.
I understand. So, hey.
I was in my office with my foot in the air.
I don't want to make you think that we're having a pity party for you.
Because we're not.
Because we're not.
I know.
So let's jump right into what we're smoking. Why are you laughing?
For those that are Light 'em Up crew members, you can hear the pre-show and know why I'm laughing.
We had a good time on the pre-show.
Dude. But I'm smoking the Alec Bradley Max.
Oh, okay. I haven't had one of those in a while. Should I revisit it?
Yeah. I walked into the Leaf and I went to grab me some, I bought about 10 punch egg rolls. I got a couple of Viva La Vidas. Oh yeah, well they won't have any more because I'm getting them all. And they have some Viva La Vidas.
Jay never tells me when we have shit.
That's the good. And Club 500s. And then I was like, oh, I haven't had one of them in a while. And Jay just looked at me, smiled, and I grabbed one. I'm glad I grabbed it, bro. I'm glad I grabbed it.
The Club 500?
No, the Max.
Oh, the Max.
I'm always glad I grabbed the Club 500.
Me too. In fact, Zeka got one today. So you guys that don't know, Zeka is one of our Light 'em Up crew members, and he was in town today, and so he swung by the shop, and he actually picked up a Club 500. So have you smoked it yet?
You're going to enjoy it, bro.
Man.
You're going to enjoy it.
I was hoping you already smoked it so you could talk about it.
So you could talk about it.
So you're going to need to light it up before you get on.
He's a part of the Light 'em Up crew.
That's right. So you're smoking the Max.
Mm-hmm. What are you smoking?
I am smoking something that I just normally don't smoke. But after Jay talked about it on last week's show, I decided that I needed to revisit it.
Got you.
You know what I mean? It's one of those sticks that I smoked before, but I didn't appreciate it. You know, it was a good cigar. But after Jay talked about it, I was like, well, I need to try that again. You know,
let me take that trip one more time.
Sometimes you got to circle back around because, you know, if I would have, like when I first smoked the Reserva, I was not a fan.
Until
it was about the third one.
And he was like, what
I was
the heck
like,
is wrong with me?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So, you know, cigars are like that. So sometimes my
never
advice
knock it
is
on the first try.
Circle back around if it's been a while.
Oh, yes. Never knock it on the first try.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's some sticks out there that I'd be like, I hope that company goes under.
Like that one you snuck me that night. I didn't make it to the corner.
That was Jay.
No, you gave me that stick.
I gave it to you, but he played a joke on me.
And then you threw the joke at me.
I found out that it was a joke, so I didn't smoke it, and I gave it to you.
You are lousy, man. Listen to become a Patreon so you can listen to the pre-shows so you can hear what I had to say about him earlier. I can't say it now.
Let me just say that if my feelings were on my sleeve, I would be offended.
But you don't wear them there.
I don't have any.
And we can say what we want to say in the shed.
Exactly. Hey.
Except one word. No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah, I'm not on the regular show. We don't want to be...
I'm not going to jail for you.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Anyway, let's talk about what we're drinking tonight. We have had the what is that stuff called? Basil Hayden. Dark rye.
When I say this is flavorful, man, I was sitting there and on my second shot, I was like, man, I'm tasting maple. And I had to yell it out because I didn't think because the music was so loud. Look at the Instagram, the music. So I was like, "Do y'all taste it?" And nobody heard me. So I waited till the music went off and I said it.
I don't know that I got maple.
I did. It was strong to me. I was like,
but
dang.
I'm not normally a rye guy.
Yeah.
And dude,
it is amazing.
You know what I say?
What's that?
It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Because I'm usually not a fan of rye.
No. As with your beginning with sticks, you were super bold, super hard, and then you developed a palate that
came back around.
Came back around. Same thing with bourbons and rye.
I agree.
You're learning.
Yeah, because I started out with a couple of ryes just on random.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was at a local bar downtown one night, and I was like, "How is that monkey shoulder rye?"
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "Oh, it's really good." And I was like, "Is it sweet? Because I don't really care for sweet." And she's like, "No, it's not sweet at all." So I was like, "Okay, well, give me a double." I took one sip and I was like, "That's sweet as fuck."
She took a sip and got diabetes.
Dude.
It's like, "Oh, I'm dying.
And so I went back up there and I was like,
"Why'd you lie to me?
This is not good."
Why did you lie to me?
And so she gave me a free
you?
single of something else.
That was better.
Right.
Gotcha. But that's
But I got a single, but I paid for a double. You get what I'm saying.
I truly understand what you're saying.
I didn't think that the service was good. You shouldn't recommend if you don't know.
She lied to you and shortchanged you.
I think she just didn't know. I
When
think
she was talking
just
about
like, "Yeah, that's good."
Is that Panther Piss good?
Right.
Try it, yeah.
So anyway, I didn't care.
It's better warm.
For the experience. You know what I mean? The
Yeah, I
experience
got you.
let me down.
I got you.
But I've done that with cigars before, not in the same scenario, and then I've come back around and be like, "Oh, that was pretty good." But so my example was I didn't like rye because I was basing all my rye off that sweet that I was not a fan of. And then now
you're like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah, he brings in this dark rye.
And it's delicious.
It is.
Say your word again.
Delicious. It's phenomenal. So anyway, hey, so let's talk about our sponsors right quick.
Why can't we? Hey, let's talk about the first one, who happens to be where?
Where?
Right there.
The Leaf. At 1166 North 2nd, Abilene, Texas.
Hey.
So, we had Jay on last week. We're going to have him come on here in a little bit. I wanted him to give us our top 5 Habanos. And Jay educated me yesterday.
That sounds like a real word coming from
educated.
You. Yeah.
And so, anyway, I wanted to get his top 5 because I want to smoke those. That gives me a list of Habanos that maybe I've overlooked. You know what I mean?
Man, last year I was going home back to St. Louis for just an event. And Jay said, "Hey, you want to take my humidor with you so you can have some good sticks?" Do you know this dude brought out 150 stick travel humidor that was full?
Who was this?
Jay. That was full. And I looked at that and my eyes got big. He said, "No, I wanted to punch him." I'm like, you gonna throw candy in front of a fat kid's face and then say no? You can't do that, man.
No.
I was like, the sticks he had in there, man, and he was just pulling them out. And I'm like, yeah, you've been in the business for a while. You got blessed, man. But that's the same thing with the Leaf. You walk in that humidor,
dude.
You walk in that humidor.
I was in there earlier with Zeke. That's something I'm going to ask him about is the humidor.
Man.
I mean, the selection's great.
The selection.
The humidor is a beautiful, established, like Noah's Ark, but for cigar smokers.
It's an entity of its own.
Yes, it really is. It's an entity of its own. And the thing about it is, it's right in the middle of the store, and it's like, that's the sweet spot.
Tell the truth.
When you're in there,
you're in heaven.
Yes.
You're
and then you go back to the Havana room, and it's just so relaxing back there. Let me tell you something. I don't know if I think you're aware of this. So every time I'm at the Leaf and I'm back in the Havana room, I've had an issue. And the issue is I go in there and I close the curtains.
I knew you
because
were going
I
there.
enjoy
I knew you were going there.
the
ambiance
of the lighting that's provided by the leaf.
Yes.
And then, it's nice and comfortable. So when I come in, the windows are always open. Mm-hmm. So I take the curtain rod, which is like a 5-foot metal rod, and I close the curtains.
Gotcha.
And usually after I've been there for about 45 minutes to an hour, another member comes in and he finds that bar and he opens the windows. And I lose that ambiance, and it just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
So today,
you did not.
I closed them, and every time I close them, I put that bar in a different location, hoping that he will not find it, but he always finds it.
It's got a GPS on it.
Today, he did not find it.
Oh.
But you know what happened?
He went to jail.
No.
What?
He raised the light level of the
lights.
I thought I had won, but no.
He said, I'm going to get light back here. I'm sorry, Mr. Lucifer, but I'm going to get light back here.
So anyway, that was just a fun fact about my day.
Hey, but I love the Leaf, man. It's a place. We call it home now.
When
we say we going home, everybody knows exactly where we're going.
If I could sleep there.
You have.
I mean, all night. If I could sleep there, it would be amazing.
I kind of think that the area around the old Leaf may have seen you sleep there. The new one is a different story now. It's too new right now.
So here's the thing, guys, about the Leaf is down in the show notes.
Yes,
you have the Leaf and their phone number. Call them up. They carry our 2 sponsored cigars, which is Viva La Vida and the Micallef line. So let's jump into that right quick. We got the Viva La Vidas. We got Zeka.
That rye is getting to him, Zeka. He called you Zach. It's working, bruh. It's working.
Hey, I did 3 different versions. Were any of them correct? Did any of them make it? Okay.
No. So let's start that part again.
He bought
just him. That guy.
He got a Club 500, so I can't wait to find out if he likes it. And if he hasn't smoked it yet, he's going to smoke it during the interview.
And his name is
Zeka.
Okay. He had an opportunity to think about it.
Redemption.
There's no A in there anywhere.
Redemption.
Yeah, right.
So, anyway, hey, he's trying to make room over here. We got bourbon everywhere.
But you see what he's doing? He's making room. He's not sitting the bourbon on top of the chips so they can waste on
that
there.
Your cigar?
Yeah, that was the other one.
Oh, okay.
Here's my cigar right now.
Okay, how's that smoking?
Great.
You're enjoying it.
Oh, yes.
It makes me need to smoke one of those again. I haven't had one
Revisit.
in a while. Yeah.
Revisit.
You get through that cycle and you keep hitting the ones you love.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to always do that.
Yeah.
But you still have to poke around and find something that you want to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you did with that Club 500. You went back around.
Oh, the Club 500.
You were
right.
You were like, yeah.
Because I always loved the Torpedo, and I still do. But when the Club 500 came out,
I told you,
dude, because I'm not a big fan of 6x60s. And that box press is badass.
It's 100.
Yeah,
it's 100. It's 100.
So, anyway, and then let's talk about Micallef.
From the beginning,
4 to 42.
$4.
$4.
$4.
I think it's like $4.50.
It's $4.50
anyway.
now. $4.50.
$4.50.
$4.50.
$4.50. That sounds like a rap lyric.
It's $4.50, baby.
We're gonna roll $4.50.
$4.50 on $4.20.
There you go. So anyway, $4.50,
yes,
$4.50,
$4.50
to 42, which is fitting, but you know what I mean.
You tried. You tried. I think they will appreciate that.
Yes.
No more rye, bruh. You be calling him Zook in a minute. Hey, where's the Zook dude at? Where'd he go? But Micallef hits us all, man. 4 to 42.
And a blend for anyone.
Everybody.
I mean,
anywhere. If your If you got pockets, you can get a Micallef, man. If you got pockets, you can get a
And you're
Micallef.
going to get a quality cigar
Tell the truth.
at whatever price point you go in.
Yes, sir. From the 4 to the 42.
Over delivered.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh. And you will appreciate that company has actually thought about their consumers, and they continue to interact with the consumers because they want to give them the greatest.
On all levels.
Every level.
From the head to the foot.
Come on, man.
The whole team
Come on, man.
is out there shaking hands, smoking cigars.
The day Al came to the Leaf and sat there and spoke to everybody walking in the door.
Even that weird dude.
Yeah. Leave that dude alone, man.
You know,
Leave that dude alone, man.
talking about Jay.
I know you were, but I wanted to take it somewhere else. Jay looked at me like, "Why are you talking about me?" But 4 to 42, you can hit it. You can hit it all, man.
Hey guys, and they have an ambassador program, and if you haven't joined, click on the show notes. The Micallef ambassador link. You can go there, sign up. They'll send you your own challenge coin with your own number. They're getting close to 10,000.
Yeah, you have a high number.
I would be signing up right now because I think for me,
to get that number 10,000.
If you hit that right on the 10,000
or the 99.
9999 or 9999.
Yes.
Yeah.
To hit that one. Those are
two
coins that if you don't have one for the first 10 or 9999 and 10,000, you just a member.
Right. Everybody's the same. Yeah. But if you get those numbers,
you are somebody. You are somebody. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mr. Moten 164.
Right.
One below me.
Now, what about old Bill White? He's like, I don't remember, but
Bill
I think
got
he's
blessed.
Like 65.
Yeah, Bill got blessed. He's in the double digits. He got blessed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He got blessed. That's
all
I'm gonna say.
He must have went really early.
No, he did a whole lot of other stuff. That's how he got the show too. But I'm just joking, Bill. I'm just joking.
We love you, Bill. We love you, Bill.
Hey, what about Case Elegance, man?
Oh, dude. You know, I'm talking them to Wednesday of this week, and I might have some news very soon to announce.
Okay.
But anyway, let's talk about Case Elegance, the humidors, the watch boxes, and the man tote.
Here he goes with the man tote. It's just a
man
tote.
Man bag, man tote.
But I saw that bag.
Dude, did I show you my bag in person? I got to show it to you in person because
I looked at that.
Every time.
Yeah, Jay said he got to see it too.
Yeah.
He said the man sack.
So, but let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Case Elegance makes badass man stuff.
Yeah, it's man stuff.
But it's quality man stuff. You know what I mean? You can buy cheap man stuff, and you know what you got? Cheap man stuff.
You got cheap. I don't even want to say the man stuff. You just got cheap.
You just got cheap.
But these, like my humidor now is seasoned. I got my sticks in there. And for the last week,
I haven't seen pictures or video.
There are pictures right on this phone.
I want to see.
I will give them to you.
Because I love that. You know, that was out of all of them, my very favorite.
I know because you left something in there.
What I say? I said.
You left something in there.
I'm going to let you choose
and I chose.
Which one you want. And I knew you were going to take the
one
I wanted.
Man, because I'm ex-Army.
But I like badass stuff. And that's a badass humidor.
It is. I love it. But you left something in there.
What'd I leave in there? A cigar?
No, the lightsaber.
Which lightsaber?
The lighter.
Oh, really?
I opened it up when I started seeing. I was like, somebody forgot.
Hey, are you talking about in the drawer?
Yes. I was like, somebody forgot.
Was the cutter in there too?
No, it was my cutters in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put my cutters.
Because there was a cutter in there too.
Nope, no cutters in there.
Okay.
Seriously, no cutters in there.
I believe
But the lightsaber was in there.
Okay.
I'll bring it back one day.
No. Keep it. It's part of the deal, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Now I feel blessed.
Yeah.
Luke, you are my son now. Luke, you are my son now.
So anyway, look down in the show notes. If you order something from Case Elegance.
I like the way you took your time and
Elegance.
said, enunciated that.
Yes. if you put in the code Cigar
Yes,
Talk
sir.
Coin, you get a challenge coin from them that has Case Elegance Claro on one side and Cigar Talk Podcast on the other. Badass coin.
You'll be
Have you
unique.
seen it yet?
No.
Well, when the show's over, I got one for you.
I thought he was going to show me his, and I was going to say, you could have left that in the...
No,
You were doing-
I got one for you.
Thank you.
I got one for you. I always
Wait a
think
minute.
of you.
Wait a minute.
Whether
Okay, I'm gonna
whether
leave it
I'm
alone.
giving you cool stuff or I'm smoking your stick,
Yeah,
I
I was
always
going to say
think
smoking
of
my
you.
stick.
I always think
I
of
think
you.
of you when I'm smoking them.
Bryant would have loved this.
He would have loved this. He would have loved this one.
I
No,
know.
I don't think
Hey,
he would have liked this
I
one.
know
but
I do.
Yeah, that's what I said. He wouldn't like this, but I do.
So anyway, hey, well, let's jump into our pick 6 of the week. I'm gonna let you go first.
As usual, Zeka even
You know
realized.
what? If
he
you-
realized, he said, "When you put it to him, when do you think I put it on my list when Brian is doing his?
Hey,
Right when he's doing his,
hey, you want to see a magic trick?
it's sticking to your finger because of that bourbon." But my number one this week is going to be the CAO Brasilia.
When did you get one of those,
Dude, I got 3 of them. I don't know what you're talking about in each Vitola. Because
Wow.
Jay was sitting there looking. I was like, I want this one, I want that one, I want that one.
Wow.
And I enjoyed it.
Oh, the Brazilian. I apologize. I apologize. I thought
Yes.
you meant Amazon Basin.
No,
I'm not near as impressed. If it would have been the Amazon,
Let me explain something to you.
Amazon does not come.
Let me explain something to you. Remember our prior conversation? You need to revisit the Brazilians.
Okay, but does it come close to the Amazon?
Oh, man, to me, nothing comes close to the Amazon.
Exactly.
Nothing comes close. But if
So
there's gonna-
that's why I was
but
so
if there's going to
excited.
be a close second,
That's why I was
if
excited.
it's going to be a close second, I'm going to go with the Brazilian.
Okay.
My number 2.
That's a Brazilian wrapper.
Oh.
Is it Jay? Is
Jay.
the Brazilian from
Brasilia.
CAO? Is it a through and through Brazil tobacco or just the wrapper?
Just
okay,
the wrapper.
just the wrapper. So down with the sickness. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Number 2, Definition Walking Stick.
Okay. How was it?
Dude, it was great. I had the licorice all the way through. And you know I don't like black licorice, but with this, it tastes great.
I love black licorice.
It gave a great taste throughout the entire stick. And I went down to Colleen for my grandsons. I'm gonna have a grandson now, baby shower, and the other side parents were there. My in-laws were there. And they looked at that stick. They was like, "What is that?" I said, "It's the definition of the walking stick." He said, "Man, that smells good. It smell like licorice or something." I said, "Baby, and it tastes like it too. This is good." And they were looking at me. I said, "I only brought one." I'm sorry. I got some other sticks I'll offer you, but I only brought one of these.
And it was for me.
And it was for me, and I'm already smoking it. My number 3, I went back to one of my favorites.
Let me think about that for a minute. One of your favorites. It's got to be a Monte Cristo.
Micallef Sumatra.
Oh, nice. Now, which Vitola do you like?
Which one is that I always get, Jay?
Is it the Toro?
No, it's not the Toro.
In what?
The Sumatra, the Micallef Sumatra.
Oh, you get the
660.
You get the 660
Dude, I
on that.
love that, man. I love that.
That's too big for me.
No.
I'm just saying.
You never heard before.
Too big for me.
But those are my 3 this week.
All right. Good
Those are my 3
choices.
this week,
Good
man.
choices.
Those are my 3
Very,
this week.
very all over the place.
over
I
the
like
place.
That.
I was
like
this
that.
week. I
I'm
was.
not all over the place.
And my I guess you could say special interest is I went down there and I bought 10 punch egg rolls, and I've been smoking them all week long, man.
How have they been?
Dude,
Are they old?
no.
Are they new?
These are aren't these the
Are these
Jay,
the updated
are
egg rolls?
aren't these the 20 egg rolls? Yeah. Bruh.
Really?
Bruh.
Hey, well, you ain't brought me one?
I will bring you one. I will give you one. I promise you I'll give you one. I will not smoke all 10 without giving you one.
I think you will.
No, I won't. Watch.
Okay.
You'll have to regret that and speak kindly of me
If
next show.
I won't regret it because if I'm wrong, I get a good cigar.
Yeah. Well, you will be wrong and you're going to get a good cigar. That's it.
You know what? 7 days a week, baby. 7 days a week. So anyway, I guess I had back-to-back my father's cigars today.
Good day.
Yeah, I had
today.
I believe it was the Toro. What is that one? The Le Grand Forte.
La Gran Fuerte.
What is it?
La Grande Oferta.
Le Grand Forte.
Stop.
Furta.
Let Jay say that.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's pretty close. It's the blue.
No, it wasn't close.
It's the light blue band.
Just say that.
But it reminds me of a very complex medium, maybe slightly medium plus cigar. But the draw was perfect. The burn was perfect. It was, dude. And that's what a cigar should be.
You want to enjoy every aspect of
Every
it.
part of
Yes.
it. When it's like when you're sitting there waiting before you take the next puff, and your mind is thinking, I hope the next one is as good as the last one.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yes.
It's like, boom.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Exactly. So anyway, the second one that I had right after that was the Le Bijou 1922.
Hey.
And
How
that
can
is,
you
that
not
is a
make it?
great follow-up
Yes.
stick to the Le Grand Oferte.
You almost got it that second time.
Oferte. Oferte.
It's still LeBuckian.
Damn. So then,
Your third?
earlier today, I smoked a 1964, and that was, and it was just the natural 1964.
Gotcha.
Good stick, dude. Have you had that?
Yes.
It's
Once.
very good.
I'm going to get another one now.
Yeah.
I'm going to get another one.
We should go down and smoke one together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
All right, cool, man. So that's my three.
Gotcha.
I think that's a very unique six
Yes.
pick.
For this week.
Pick six. One of those.
6 pick.
Yeah, I think that if you want to like a nice ride from medium to full,
Yeah.
those cigars
On that ride. Yeah.
right there
Yeah.
where you
On
want to
that
be.
ride. Yes, sir.
So anyway, check those out. And anyway, coming up next, we've got Big Zeka,
Zeka.
the Light 'em Up crew.
Not Zach, not Zook.
Not Zuka. Suzuki.
Oh, my God. He named you after a motorcycle now.
So anyway, we got Zeka coming on next, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Hey guys, we got a special guest with us, one of our very own Light 'em Up crew members, Zeka. How you doing, brother?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Man,
Rob?
it's so I'm doing fantastic. I've had a great day. We hung out at the Leaf earlier, back in the private room, and smoking cigars and drinking bourbon, and then we had lunch, and then I had a nap.
I did too.
Nice,
Love naps.
dude. Naps. When you get the opportunity, take a nap.
I agree.
A nap is.
Even 20, 30 minutes. You'd be surprised at what it does for you.
I never do that. At the shortest nap I take is an hour and a half. But I am a professional, certified. You don't mess around with my napping. Anyway, man, we're excited to have you. You're actually the first Light 'em Up crew member to ever be in the studio. That's badass.
Feels special.
We
Thank
are.
you.
Dude, I was so excited when you said you were coming down because you've always been teasing us
Yeah,
a little
I know.
bit. It's like, I'm going to be in Texas. I'm going to be in Texas. And then it's like this time I was like, dude,
You know,
come on down.
Hazel is so close, but so far away.
Right,
And-
right. I mean, it's not like you can just drive down here and smoke and then drive back.
And usually when I'm in Texas, it's for work. I have a set schedule. I have, things to do. And this time,
Talk a little more into the mic.
So this time I was just like, I got to make it a point to get down there. I really do.
I'm glad you did, dude.
Me too. It's been a great day.
It has
really
been a great day. It's like, you know what? That's what the cigar community is about, really, is great days. And great
concur.
days come from smoking with brothers of the leaf or sisters of the leaf. I mean, whatever. But you know what I mean.
I do.
And I mean, we've known each other online for a long time. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
at least a year,
yeah,
probably.
a year. And so when you get to actually get together with a brother, it's like, this is cool. This is
It
what
is.
it's all about, man. And you live in California?
I do.
And now, what part of California, if I was to like want to throw a dart and just hit the region, like what region do you live in? I don't need your actual address.
Southern
Just-
California. I live in a
Okay.
town called Apple Valley. Just
How far are you from San Diego?
2 hours, 12 hours, depending on traffic.
Well, how many
But-
miles?
About 130 miles from San
Okay.
Diego.
So are you north of there or south of there?
I'm north of there.
Okay.
If I was south of there, it live in Mexico.
Gotcha. So, I mean, how close is San Diego to the border?
If you leave San Diego, you're in Mexico.
Really?
There's San Diego borders Mexico. It's actually Chula Vista, which is a suburb of San Diego. But yeah,
Have you been down there?
I have.
And have you seen the wall?
I have.
Have you seen anybody climb over the wall?
I have not.
Okay, just curious. On TikTok, just messing
I
with
don't
you.
know what that is, but okay.
It's this little girly app that I'm on.
Gotcha.
So, anyway, so let's talk about you for a minute. I mean, first of all, we appreciate you being a Patreon. I mean, I don't
Honored to be
understand why anyone would be a Patreon, to be honest with you. I mean, if you want to listen to me and Bryant, you're pretty demented or slow. I can say slow, right? Yeah.
No, I agree.
Oh.
But, in the end, we all have dollars to burn. And if you can burn $1 for something you enjoy, why not?
And I appreciate that because you know what? Our Patreons really do way more than they probably even know about keeping this show on.
A lot of us really look forward to our Monday morning coffee and cigars with the Cigar Talk show. It does a lot more for not even Patreons, but as just a cigar smoker in general that enjoys the show. Gives us a couple hours just to relax.
I killed your bottle.
Enjoy. That just means I get to drink yours. So, great.
Just so you know, I killed it. Zeka brought us a bottle of Basil Hayden Dark Rye, which has been phenomenal.
Great
Dude,
sip.
I'm impressed. I thought I didn't like ryes, and you just made me like holier than thou snob on rye. It's like, because if you're not drinking this, you're drinking shit. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
That dude, you knocked it out of the park. When I saw it was Basil Hayden, I was like, I'm not a big, huge bourbon Basil Hayden fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good.
It is.
But it's not something that excites me.
Basil
This
Hayden
right
is-
here, dude, that dark dark rye impressed me so much. I'm like, now I'm going to be looking for that.
I feel special. I'm going to go back to the hotel and pat myself on the back later.
You should. And you know what? If you want to, Luke would be able to pat you on the back. He's on the payroll. We can tell him to pat you on the back, and he will do it.
Cool.
So how did you get into cigars? Well, first of all, how old are you?
40.
40. So how long have you been smoking cigars?
No.
The
Long-
calculations are causing smoke to come out of his ears.
Well, I'm trying to figure out long filler or green filler.
Right.
No, I've been smoking cigars 2015-ish.
Okay.
It actually stemmed from quitting smoking cigarettes.
So were you a full-time cigarette smoker?
I smoked a pack and a half, 2 packs a day for almost 20 years.
The funny thing is I smoked cigarettes for 24 years, and I got up to about 2.5 to 3 packs a day. I mean, I say the cool thing. When I was working, I was allowed to smoke because I worked outside. So I smoked just all day.
See, that's what got me with cigarettes, though, and almost is what was kind of the determining factor to quit, though, is, driving, idle hands. And in an 11-hour shift of driving some days, I would burn through 2 packs of cigarettes in an 11-hour shift.
Right.
And it's just like, at the end of the shift, it just hurt, and you can feel it, and I was done with it.
Well, how'd you quit?
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
So, I would go to Costco and
Anally?
orally, anally, you
Whatever
name it.
worked. I got you.
I did what I had to do. I would go to Costco and buy a 5-pound bag of shelled peanuts, and anytime I wanted a cigarette, I would go.
5-pound bag of shelled peanuts.
Yeah.
Wow. I was thinking you were going to say with the shell, and I was like, okay, 5
No,
pounds.
sorry, they are with the shell.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I thought you meant shelled as in they had been shelled.
No, what's the fun in that? Is it-
Right. Because popping them open,
Yeah.
it gives you something to do with your hands.
And that's exactly that. Even when I was working, installing, busy, I wouldn't smoke cigarettes. But when I was idle, I would just sit there and smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke.
Yeah.
So with the peanuts, I would go sit out on the porch when I wanted a cigarette. And instead of smoking cigarettes, I would just sit there and chuck peanuts for, 10, 15 minutes until I was bored and didn't want to smoke no more.
Gotcha.
And go inside. And after about a month of that, I just quit smoking.
Wow. And so when did you go to cigars?
It was probably about a year later. I steered clear of it for a while because I didn't want to start smoking again. But
not being a cigar smoker, you didn't know the full story.
No, I did not. I only started smoking cigars because I would be, out drinking, and that was the hardest part I had with quitting smoking cigarettes was when I would drink, I would want a cigarette. And so eventually I went and got a cigar, and I tried that. I was like, that's not bad. And then after a while, I started smoking it, and then I actually learned that I really enjoyed cigars. And
So how did you first decide I'm going to smoke a cigar? I mean, if you hadn't smoked one before, that's a completely new experience.
Well, I'd smoked them before. They were mainly like, I hate to say this, but Black and Milds, Garcia and Vegas, just
Yeah, at the convenience stores.
Is anybody that knows me knows the quality and
we saw inside your
that-
travel humidor, you do like quality.
I still have a 5-pack of wine tip Black and Mild wood tips in my humidor.
Do you really?
It's just a nostalgic,
Do you ever smoke one every now and then, or you just never touch
probably
it?
once a year maybe, but it
Really?
just takes me back to childhood.
No,
and,
I get it. I get it.
So, and then
Pull that in front of you. There you go.
I was actually at a bar, I believe in New Jersey. I was laid over, when I was driving. I was stuck at a truck stop for a couple days, and I went to this bar, and they actually had like this glass top humidor sitting on the bar top. So I was drinking, and I was like, you know what? Let me have one of them cigars. And in New Jersey, it's really weird that they would actually allow smoking in the bar because New Jersey's just. But
Yeah, that surprises me that you were able to smoke in a bar.
I honestly don't think this bar gave a damn.
But
But-
it was against the law, but nobody gave a shit.
I'm
Those are the
gonna
best
assume-
bars ever.
It was a good bar.
Yeah.
So I had the chick bring me a cigar and another whiskey.
You remember what kind of cigar it was?
I do not, honestly.
Okay.
I'm going to say it was probably basic General or a Tildes, maybe
I
a
was going to say
Romeo
probably
or
a
something.
Romeo or
Yeah.
Monte Cristo.
Yeah, something basic. But, and so I sat there and I smoked that cigar and I drank my whiskey. And
Now, were you talking to anybody else that was smoking a cigar?
no,
So you were just on your own.
I was on my own, but I was able to sit there at the bar and smoke a cigar and drink whiskey. And I didn't have the need for a cigarette. And it was good. And then
And did you know to puff and not inhale?
I did.
Okay.
I've inhaled cigars in the past.
accident,
and
yeah. It's not fun.
It's not pretty.
It's not
It's
fun.
Even the most conditioned cigar smoker, as I would consider myself pretty conditioned now. Inhaling is not pretty.
Yeah.
It's not.
I have done it, I think, since I started smoking cigars, I've accidentally inhaled twice. And both times were a traumatic experience for me. It's like, I never want to do that again.
Where's the mints?
Yes, it was, and it hurts so freaking bad.
It does.
And I smoked cigarettes for 24 years. It's not like that at all. It's like someone hitting you in the chest with a sledgehammer.
I would agree with that.
You know what I mean?
It's rough.
It's like, oof. So you've been smoking cigars since 2016.
Right about then, yeah.
And did you become a regular cigar smoker pretty quick? How did that play out?
It took me probably 6 months or so. And then, like most cigar smokers, I started out, just one when I was drinking, and then, 2 a week, 3 a week. And then it got to the point where...
So what cigar did you smoke that made you go, oh, yeah, that's what I've been looking for?
The Tabernacle Esteli Nicaragua Double Corona.
That's the one that was the light on.
That was the one I sat down and smoked, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. It's a good cigar. It tasted great. It felt great. It was just the moment. Life was great. That was what sold me on cigars.
And that's a great nostalgia to have.
It really
to go
is.
back to pull that memory up. You know what I mean?
It is.
And for me, it was a Maduro Christoph. And it's like I had been buying cigars that were like $15 to $22 like once a month, because I thought if I bought expensive cigars, that had to be what was good. And then whenever I smoked a Christoph, it just spoke to me, and I was like, wow. So that's what got me onto smoking them instead of like once every month or once every month and a half. It was like, I'm going to buy a box of these, and start smoking cigars. And then, I went crazy and started smoking all day. So,
so even at that point, I wasn't as blessed as I am in life now with that Tabernacle. And it was like a $12, $13 cigar when I bought it. And I was living high on the hog when I bought it.
Now, was that in California?
No, actually, it was here in Texas.
Oh, okay. So
And,
you weren't paying crazy prices
No.
for it. It was an expensive stick.
It was at that point. It was, I think, $12 for that cigar. And, I went back to my warehouse, and I'm sitting there, and I was actually sitting on a lawn chair under the patio. It was the typical Texas rain where it was just flooding everything. And, I'm sitting out there sipping a sip, smoking the cigar, and it just hit me, and life was great. And from there, I was just sold on cigars, and I started venturing in, and
here we are today.
here we are today.
You're in the Cigar Talk studio, dude.
Dude, I am in the inner sanctum. I am blessed as hell.
And we're so excited to have you here. I mean,
I appreciate that. I'm excited to be here.
we are very excited. And when I found out that you were actually going to come down to Abilene today, I cleared out my schedule because I was like, I'm hanging out with Z. You know what I mean?
That's great. That makes me feel special. I
Well,
appreciate
you
that.
are special next to Orlando, but he's special in a different way.
I couldn't
'cause
hold a
we can't-
candle to Orlando. That's
my
a
son,
great guy.
my son's giving me the look like, don't say anything else.
Orlando's a great guy. I love that guy.
We love Orlando, and we love to make fun of Orlando.
Takes it like a champ, though.
Dude, he is the all-time champ.
He
at,
is.
Like, I'm just having fun, and I don't care.
We talk about, you especially, me. We're almost two peas in a pod where we just don't give a shit.
I know. That's one of the reasons I like you so much.
I think Orlando wins that award for not giving a shit, though.
True.
He just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good people.
Yeah, Orlando. And if you think about the Light 'em Up crew in general, we got a good crowd, dude.
We really do.
I mean, I can't think of anybody who's in the Light 'em Up crew that I'm like, that dude's a bitch. You know what I mean?
I haven't found that guy yet, but
Right.
believe me, I'll tell
we
him
always
when we
try.
do.
We always try. When you join the Discord as a Light 'em Up crew member, we do try you.
I remember, we started that with F that guy.
Right.
And after a while, we were just like, nobody really falls under that. They're
Right.
just great people.
It's like we got all these good people, and like nobody's crying about being that guy.
right?
You know what I mean? Everybody's like, whatever. That's my kind of people.
I agree. I love them.
So you live out in California. How is it as being a cigar smoker in the state of California? I'm in Texas. We enjoy very low taxes on cigars. and we have great shop here in Abilene, The Leaf. So, I mean, really, we don't have any complaints as a cigar smoker. How is it in California?
I was blessed enough to visit the Leaf today and actually sit back in the special people's room. It was great. I loved it. I don't have lounges like that in California. There are a few lounges. Right now, very few of them are still open because of the whole COVID situation.
You know, Texas, we've decided that COVID's over.
I agree. I love it.
So I don't understand that people are still doing it. I'm not one of those guys that conspiracy theory thinks that COVID's not real, because I do. I got it.
I did
but
too.
It wasn't that bad for me. And Texas decided, you know what? We're done with that. And when they did that, I thought to myself, we're going to have a huge explosion of COVID cases. And we didn't.
No, Texas and Florida was two of the first that just basically said F COVID. And
we're done.
Up, and
we're done.
They've had some of the best numbers.
Yeah.
As far as it goes.
I want to say we had a day in Texas like last week. We had 0 death of COVID.
Right.
And for a state that said we're done with the masks, you would think that it would escalate if everything was going on that we thought was going on. But you know what? We said we're done, and so far it has been a good thing.
You know, in California, it's just now getting to the point where we can sit down at a restaurant. They haven't really opened up a lot of the lounges, and a lot of the lounges won't open up just out of fear of
retribution.
Exactly. And but with taxes, regulations, it's hard to buy cigars in California just because of the cost of them.
Because y'all get taxed heavily.
Dude, on everything. Although, with the interview with Peter...
Right. Yeah.
I feel a little bit better about living in California. I really do. We're not so bad after all.
you thought you were taking it up the rump.
Yeah.
But turns out
we're just giving hand jobs.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Because that was excruciatingly painful.
It was hard to hear that. I'm like,
$1,500 per kilo on weight. It doesn't matter how much the cigars cost. The fees are the same.
Yeah.
So if you bought $2 sticks or $30 sticks, you were still paying the $1,500 per kilo.
Yeah, if I was in Peter's situation, I wouldn't be smoking BS either.
Negative.
If it still costs the same, you might as well save up a couple bucks and smoke good stuff.
Right, because you're getting screwed by the tax.
Yeah.
So, but how is it as far as lounges go? Because you know what? There's a lounge in San Diego that I would love for you to go down and visit next time you're down that way.
Send me the information. I'd be happy to.
The name of the
it.
place is The Cave or the Cigar Cave. I think it's the Cigar Cave. And
I'll look that up.
We interviewed the owner of that back in I don't want to say, probably episode 14, somewhere in that range. And her name is Emmy Lee. But a friend of mine, the official cigar guy or whatever his handle is, he went down there and was like, man, it's like a really cool, laid-back bohemian bar.
Nice.
With a nice walk-in humidor. And then, it's a bar, so they have drinks. But it's a place you can just go and hang out and relax.
I'll have to check that out next time I'm down there.
So here's my question, though. I was thinking about that. And it's like, if I was to fly out to California, do you have an extra bed at your place? And then we could go down there and check that place out.
I have a seriously comfortable couch.
You know what? I've been on a seriously comfortable floor before. So a couch is a step up.
For you, I might even give you my bed.
No.
Don't mind the stains on it, but I'd give you my bed.
I'd probably rather have the couch. But we should do that and go down there and check out that cigar bar.
I'm down.
Because I've always wanted to go there. Emmy Lee's cool, just right out of the gate. She is actually from Romania. And immigrated here, worked at some cigar shops, and then migrated out to California and opened her own.
American dream. Gotta love it, you know?
Exactly. And I love stories like that, and I love to support brick and mortars, whether it be cigar shops or whatever. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So as a cigar smoker in in California, that dark shade, that dark rye is good.
It's a couple of different spectrums, but
Yes.
okay.
So anyway, I mean, being out in California, you have to order a lot of cigars.
99% of the cigars that I have in my humidor, I make a phone call, send a text, a message, and I buy them.
And what I've heard through the grapevine is that you order a lot of sticks from brick and mortars.
I do.
And I think that is a special thing because let's not give money to the devil, which is Cigar International.
No. They started my cigar journey, and
I used to be a huge Cigar International order.
CBID fan.
They ship shit.
They
I
do.
mean, I mean, you know what I mean.
Once I realized that, once I actually got into the cigar, lifestyle and realized what was good and what wasn't, I realized that all these cigars that I ordered were, I would have to let them sit for a couple of 3 weeks, before I could smoke them. Because they just sat in a BS warehouse.
Right.
There's
no temperature control.
None.
The humidity is based on, I mean, if it's 110 degrees in a warehouse, that 70% Bovetta pack's not doing much good.
No.
So.
And there's probably at this point 4 go-to B&Ms that I order from. The Leaf is one of them. Jay and Scott, dude, they've been wonderful to me,
and I don't have to do the mail order with Jay because I'm right here.
Right.
But I promote it. They're a sponsor, but tell everybody that when I give you my stamp of approval, it's golden.
No, I agree. And I don't even care if they're a sponsor of your program or not. Dude, when I order from The Leaf, my cigars they come ready to smoke. I've showed the picture, I put the, Cigar Medic in there right off of the mail truck. It's ready to go. Great cigars, great service, great people, no headache, no BS. And that's my biggest thing, is
no BS.
When I buy or order something, I just want a couple of quick messages and I want the cigars in my mailbox, I don't want a lot of games and BS with it.
Gotcha.
And The Leaf delivers.
The Leaf always delivers. And I mean, I don't do the mail order because I'm fortunate enough to be
You're a lucky man.
member of the Havana Room Club. Is it Havana or Havana? I think
Havana.
I think it's the Havana Club. I'm a member of the Havana Club, and that's where I hang out. You saw it's just a relaxing environment. I mean,
it was a great couple hours. I really enjoyed kicking back there. Meeting a couple of guys that are regulars there. The old owner of
the old
Leaf.
owner, Bill, came
Met
in.
him. It was great.
And Ed
Ed's
is
cool.
Dude, you just don't even know. To hang out with Ed, who's I think 71 or 72, and hear stories about the 40s really the 50s and the 60s. I enjoy that. That nostalgia of what America used to be.
Yeah, I'm thinking my parents weren't alive then.
Right. So, yeah, I'm probably older than your parents. Am I older than your parents?
My father, who's passed, was born in 49.
Okay, I'm
My
not
mom was
old.
born in 62.
Your dad was robbing the cradle. Anyway, man.
Yeah, good taste.
Hey, yeah, exactly. So, hey, thanks for coming out and being on the show, man. We're going to go to a little break here. We're going to have Jay come on and give us his top 5 Habanos. And then he's actually going to have a 5-pack sampler that you can buy of the Habanos. But we'll get to that information when we get Jay on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Hey, guys, I've got Jay Patterson from The Leaf, the owner, co-owner. we don't want to take away from Corey. So we love you, Corey. You know what? That's one of my favorite guys at the Leaf.
I miss Corey.
Yeah, I wish he could be here every day, but
All
I
the time.
completely understand.
Yeah.
So,
He's keeping our country safe.
yes, he is. Let me just tell you this.
Yes.
So last week you enlightened me on Habanos.
Do you remember what that means?
I do.
Okay.
I do. It is a Cuban seed grown in a special region with special soil. And so basically the wrapper, when you have a Habano, is as close to a Cuban cigar as you could get. But what I like even better is when it's made in Ecuador or wherever you said they were made, they have a special blend. So it's not like the Cubans where you get a one-hit wonder. It's actually complex, nice cigar because the wrapper is already complex.
Yeah.
But when you have blenders in, El Salvador, Ecuadorian, whatever, you get a special cigar with the Habano wrapper and then a good blend.
That's correct.
So I love that. Are
Good.
you going to talk too, or you just want me to do the whole damn show?
I didn't know when you were going to stop.
When I look at you and I give you the old pretty eyes, that means it's you.
That's pretty nice. Okay,
Anyway,
gotcha.
Anyway, so because you educated us last week on Habanos, I wanted to have you over and talk about your top 5 Habanos because I was hoping maybe there's some Habanos I don't know about because all the Habanos that I smoke so far, I really enjoyed that complexity.
Very good. I'm glad that you liked it. And as a matter of fact, 2 of your top 3 were Habanos.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had the both my father's cigars were Habano
Habano
wrapper.
wrappers.
Yep. Do you know where they're from?
I do not.
My humidor.
Oh. I did know that. I also got this Crowned Heads.
Oh yeah,
Maduro.
How you liking it?
You know what? I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
It's really good. Look at the burn line on it. It's pretty even.
And I'm a fast smoker.
Yeah.
And so I lit this at the beginning of the show. We're already probably an hour in, and I still have part of the second third burning.
Yeah.
It has not been a quick smoke. I've enjoyed the craftsmanship. I enjoy this beautiful oily wrapper. I mean, this is speaking to me.
Good.
I'm enjoying it, really.
I'm glad you like it. The Undercrown Maduro 10 just arrived today, and those are
Now, what's the difference
spectacular.
between this and the 10?
Blend-wise?
It's
Oh,
the same.
No.
No.
Let me tell you my experience with 10.
Okay.
So, I was having Guatemalan coffee, black, and we lit up the 10 because we were given samples of the 10. And Scott and I both kind of, when you have a buddy you're smoking with and you just kind of do the look.
Right.
Both of us said the same thing. It turned that coffee into a hot chocolate.
Really?
Yep.
With the 10.
With the 10.
You have more now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to come down tomorrow and I'm going to have are you going to have Guatemalan coffee? Because I'd like to have the exact same scenario. Can you let whoever opens Guatemalan tomorrow?
Yeah, me text Scott.
That'd be perfect.
All right.
That way I can come down and have the exact same experience. Because when you talk about cigar smoking, it really does come down to the experience, right?
Yes.
And one of the things that I know about Jay Patterson is if you come to the Leaf, your experience is their concern. You guys care about the experience that you're going to have while you're at the Leaf. And if you're not going to stay at the Leaf, you go home and smoke your cigar. That's an important experience as well. But if you're going to stay at the Leaf, you've taken all of the thought process out and just added what we want.
Yeah, you're in our hands now.
And I don't have to worry about anything. I walk in, I buy cigars, I sit down and smoke with great coffee. And I just can't say enough about the quality of coffee that you guys have.
Oh, thank you.
It beats anything else in town. And really, it beats anything that I've had, period. And I've been to some, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee that you provide is perfect with cigars.
Thank you. And Guatemalan will be brewed tomorrow.
Awesome. I'm going to come down and get a number 10, try it out.
Perfect. So, Habanos, you'd be pleasantly surprised to find out that Habanos are everywhere in our humidor. And
Yeah, because I was misled because I didn't research for myself just by my own thinking.
yep.
I misled myself.
Uh-oh.
And I thought that all Habano wrappers were like medium in color. But like the Lee Bijou 1922
Yeah.
is not.
This is dark.
It's very dark.
Spicy.
So I didn't even understand that Habanos could be a dark not Colorado, Maduro or Oscuro.
Well, yeah. You take the Cuban seed, you grow your tobacco plant, and then from there it's the fermentation process. And you can get it as light or as dark and rich and oily as you want to. It's just care and time. So I tried to dwindle down the top 5.
And what'd you come up with?
I came up with an odd number. But
Odd number.
An odd
Well,
number.
5 is odd number.
it is, yeah.
But you didn't get to
I-
5.
I kept
Or you went over 5.
I kept thinking about it, and it's not a very good round number like 5, 10, 15, 20. Just because there's so many different options out there, especially really what they're looking for is to recreate, what's the name of it? The Vuelta Abajo region of Cuba.
Really?
And predominantly Ecuador has a good climate and a good soil base to replicate that type of growing condition. And so a lot of cigars that have Ecuadorian Habano, you find it almost everywhere. Now I came in with my potential top 5.
Okay.
I will tell you what the top 5 is that we carry all the time.
That's what we want to know, because we want to know that we can get them.
Yes. Okay.
I don't want some superstar list that are cigars that are not available.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So give me the top
makes it
5.
easy.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You give us, if you offer them, would you make a sampler pack of these so listeners of the show could call in and experience these 5 or whatever number it is that you're doing?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, tell us the top whatever number you have. I don't know how many you've discovered, so.
We'll just say 6. We'll
Okay.
do the top 5 and then an honorable mention.
Okay, cool. I'm down.
All right. So coming in at number 5 is more of a medium-bodied cigar. It's made by Drew Estate, who you're smoking now. It's the Joya de Nicaragua Red.
And I don't think I've ever had that cigar, so that's one that I want to try.
And that one is a nice. It's got some of that traditional pepperiness, but very little. More so, what I pull out of it, my palate finds a lot of graham cracker.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very good smoke for the morning.
Now, where would you rate that on the scale of like light to medium to full?
Medium.
Okay, nice medium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4. And this cigar we do have. You just gotta look for it, because our humidor is quite full.
And it's big.
It's big. It's the AJ Fernandez Last Call.
Oh,
Have you had
okay.
one of those?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. I forget about that
And you
cigar.
know who introduced me to that?
No,
Paul.
really?
Yeah, Paul bought me my first AJ Fernandez Last Call when we were on 3rd Street.
He smokes a lot of AJ.
He does.
He is a big AJ fan.
He is a very, very big AJ fan, but this one's kind of chocolatey. You get some almond notes to it. A little bit of
is that the
spice.
Maduro?
Yes.
Wow. So
Yeah, because
that's a Habano.
you're right, they do have two. Yeah.
Yeah, they do have two. I don't know what the other one is, but it's the red
Mhm.
on the label.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the Maduro is.
Just as Last Call, and that's the one.
Okay, so that is a Habano.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. I'm going to have to freaking smoke those.
Yep. A Ecuadorian Habano.
Okay, so what's number 3 on your
Number
list?
3. You ready?
I am.
Flor de las Antillas Maduro.
I-
By My Father Cigar.
Really? I
Yeah.
can tell you I've never smoked that cigar.
Really?
What vitolas does that come in?
We have a Torpedo, Toro, Toro Grande. Oddly enough, they have a Toro Grande and a Toro Gordo and Robusto
So which one do you prefer?
Toro.
Really?
Yeah,
Just a straight up Toro?
just straight up Toro. Nothing fancy.
How about the Robusto?
I'm a simple guy.
You know, I really like
You like
Robustos.
Robustos,
I really
yeah.
do.
The ring gauge is more comparable to the aromatics of the cigar because as you lower the ring gauge, it increases the overall flavor notes and aromatics of the cigar that you're smoking.
Right.
And so you get that true flavor profile.
You know, with the Robusto, that's what I love about it is I think you get the maximum amount of flavors.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about it is they don't make them long enough. You know what I mean?
You want more like a Lonsdale.
I want a 50 by 7.
There you go.
Would that be a Churchill?
It would be a Churchill.
Yeah.
They're usually between a 48 and a 52.
Yeah, somewhere in
depending on
that
who blends it and
neighborhood,
who
but
rolls
about
it.
7 inches.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I like to take my time and enjoy.
Well, and you're a fast smoker too, so
Right.
you want it to last.
Right.
Yeah.
And this cigar has really impressed me with how long I've been smoking it.
Yeah.
Good choice. I smoked this on Jay's recommendation last week. So
Very good. And then
So what's
tomorrow you'll
number
have the
2?
Number 10. Number 2 is one of your top 3, the Le Bijou 1922.
I didn't even know that was a Habano.
Yeah.
I just think of that as a dark Maduro.
Yeah, it's an Ecuadorian Habano.
It's almost an Oscuro.
It's very dark.
It's very dark. And that is a great stick. And when I smoked the La Grande Fuerte earlier,
yeah.
following up with the 1922 is just the perfect.
It is. And you know what? You can't go the other way around.
No. If you smoke the 1922 first,
You're done.
You're not going to get what you should get out of the Grande Fuerte.
Correct.
So I love both of those sticks, but they definitely do have an order to smoke them in.
I would concur.
So what's number 1, bro?
Number 1 would be the Romacraft Aquitaine.
And you know I'm a big Aquitaine fan.
Yeah.
In all of the Romacraft, that's my go-to stick is the Aquitaine.
Yeah.
And you know, when I started out smoking Romacraft, I started out with the Cro-Magnon.
Well, yeah, because you were
I was-
big, bold, and heavy.
Yes,
Yeah.
all the way, 150%.
Yeah.
But once I started expanding my horizons and I smoked Aquitaine, I was like, dude, that's good. That's really got a lot of flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's what I really want to look for when I smoke cigars is a lot of flavor.
And that's a common, I would not misconception, but it's a common error where if you want a lot of flavor, you look for the darkest stick.
Right.
There are sticks that look like they're medium, and you know there's sticks that look like they're light, but they're not, like La Galera or the
Absolutely.
Romacraft Ecuadorian Connecticut.
Right.
But the
Even like the Micallef, Connecticut.
yeah,
That is a very nice, complex profile.
absolutely.
And you would think because it's Connecticut, it's not going to be that complex, but they knock it out of the park. And so really that's one of the first Connecticut's Well, that and the La Galera. Those two Connecticut's were like, wow, I need to rethink everything that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, I got to smoke these Connecticut's. I thought that I didn't like Connecticut's.
Yeah, you got to look at the binder and filler. And if you find your niche in the binder and filler and you find it in a Connecticut wrapper, just know that there's going to be that nice creamy nuttiness added to it.
Right. That's something that you don't get when
Yeah.
you get the really dark cigars.
Yeah.
But when you go with the Connecticut like that, you do get that creaminess, but you still get the abundance of flavors. And so when you go dark, there's some cigars out there that do the roller coaster. But there's a lot of dark cigars that's just like you get to the top and it's just down, like life-threatening the entire trip. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And sometimes I enjoy those, but not all the time.
Yeah.
I'd like to dabble around in the mediums, even some of the lighter than mediums. I'm not a real big fan of light cigars, but if it's somewhere between light, medium, and medium, I'm all in.
You know what we should do is somewhere down the line we'll do a top 5 beginners cigars. Nothing flavored, nothing sweet, but just real
Good cigars,
good cigars
for,
to begin with.
to start taking that journey
Yeah.
and not dive in to the deep end and get sucked in.
Oh,
Because
As-
the deep end does suck you in.
I'm a veteran of that.
Same.
My first cigar was that La Flor Dominicana Double Ajero Chisel.
Wow.
Keeping in mind, I never had a cigar before,
Wow.
and you were the one that actually brought me back into trying darker cigars. Because at first I thought, well, maybe I just can't handle it. I can't cut dark cigars. And you said, no, sounds like that guy was an asshole, and there are other options out there.
You know what? I remember when I thought I knew what the hell I was talking about, helping people in the humidor and recommending stuff that was no way should have been recommended to those smokers. You know what I mean? Because I knew what I liked.
Yeah.
So when I turned people on to like bold, dark cigars, it was like, well, I just screwed that person. I didn't think that at the time.
Right.
But looking back, I'm like, I should have went way lighter.
And that's what I tell my guys is, I said, even if it's not in your wheelhouse, smoke across the spectrum. I mean, go ahead and smoke it. I don't care what it is. Smoke it. Know it. And when people come in, tell them about your experience. Don't tell them what they're going to expect necessarily.
Right.
Just say,
This
hey,
is
when
what
I
did.
smoked it.
You're
yeah,
right.
Exactly.
That's good.
That way you can plant that seed, but it's still their journey. And they're not going to enter it with a false expectation of, oh, okay, well, this guy said.
And that's what I love about Scott.
Yeah.
Because Scott is all over the place with flavor profiles and strength. And that's what I love, is I want to try whether it be a medium stick to a full-blown nicotine bomb. I want to be able to try different cigars. And for him to pick out cigars and me go like, yeah, I want to try that. 90% of the time, he hits a home run with everything that I smoke that he recommends. 10% of the time, it's just a good cigar.
Yeah.
But 90% of the time, I'm like, damn, I would have never picked that.
Ever tell you about that time that it was during the lockdown and we were only doing curbside and Scott and I were bored out of our minds, and I looked at him, I said, you know what, Scott? We care about helping our customers, right? He's like, yeah, absolutely. I said, all right. We want to educate them the best way we can, right? I said, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Give them the best experience possible? Yeah, absolutely. Like, we should probably know what they're smoking. He goes, I agree. So I said, all right, Scott, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to smoke something that we've sold a shit ton of. So let's go in the humidor.
I was hoping you weren't going to say Trader Jack.
Let's pick out some acids
Wow.
and let's smoke them. And his countenance fell. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we got to know what's going on. Like, these are selling like hotcakes. We got to know what's going on and tell people about our experience and what they taste like." So I chose the blondie. Everybody's buying blondies. It was really
that's a big
sweet,
seller.
too sugary, at least for me. But I can see the merits in it. It's light. It's creamy. It's for the most part smooth. It does have that interesting sweetness to it. I wouldn't say it's absolutely like a wild berry,
Right.
but it is. There's some berryness or some kind of sweetness to it.
I know when I smoked one, I smoked a blondie,
Yeah.
and a friend of mine that I worked with was like, "Yeah, you got to try the blondie. You got to try a couple of other infused cigars." And when I smoked them, I was like, "That's the worst cigar I've ever smoked." But you also have to realize at that time, I was smoking full-blown nicotine everything.
Yeah.
And so there's no way I could appreciate it because it was like someone just poured a cup of sugar in my mouth.
Oh, you got to try it again then.
And you know what? I will try another one. Here's something that over at the Train Cigar Bar, Brent told me that if you smoke a sweet tip, flip it around backwards, cut it on the other end, and
Yeah.
light that end up.
Yep.
And try it out because it is quality tobacco.
It is.
And so I tried that, and I was like, no go. It was still too sweet for me.
You know what I'd like to do? And if any of your audience has connections, there are, those cigarette holders that people have? There's some.
Well, yeah.
There's some that is made for cigars. And
Well, we've seen the ones that look like a cigar. It's a cigar pipe.
right. But this one it's a stem that you put your cigar into. And I've tried to order some from our vendors. They've always come in cracked.
Oh, really?
And so I've sent them back about a half a dozen times, and I just gave up. But I still feel that if you could slap a cigar in there and just bypass that sweetness,
Right.
and just get the flavor profile,
Without having a sweet tip in your mouth.
yeah.
Because, I smoked a Fat Bottom Betty, and I was not a fan.
Oh,
But Bryant loves those.
he does. Well, so I smoked the blondie. Scott smoked the nasty,
Oh,
and it lived up to his name. He said,
really?
yeah, he did not like it at all. But if anybody is curious about smoking a cone-shaped cigar that does not like that sweetness to it, I would say the Nasty Fritas.
Now, isn't that the Drew Estate Liga Privada?
Yep.
And how are those? I think I've had one, but I don't remember it being something that caught my eye.
It's the Nasty Fritas is strong. For me, it's very strong. It has a very unique flavor to it. The foot puts off this really interesting room note that it's very distinctive. It's not sweet, it's not gross, but it is very distinctive, and it's a Nasty Fritas.
Okay.
I smoked maybe 4 of them. I was able to smoke through the first third on 2 of them before I got hiccups.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the producer's telling me we're hit our time limit.
Okay.
So, my question is,
Yep.
you're going to have a 5-pack of your Habanos
Yes.
that people can call and order
Yep.
so they can do a journey through Habanos.
Journey the Habano.
I think that's a great idea. Put me down for one already.
Well, you know what I like about this 5-pack list is it doesn't just take you on a journey through Habanos. It takes you on a journey through Habanos in different strengths. And so
You get the full effect.
Yeah, you got medium. There's
Medium
not very
plus.
light, and then you got medium plus and full. A couple of the honorable mentions would be the Esteban Carrera Habano. That one we don't have, but Zeka was kind enough to give me one,
Nice.
and I smoked it.
Of course.
It was amazing. And then the Espinosa Habano. That one's overlooked. I think that one's very much overlooked. It's got those classic notes of pepper, cedar, a little creaminess on the end. We might throw that one in. Maybe make a 6-pack sampler.
Make a 6-pack sampler.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
All right.
I'm down.
All right.
Hey, man, thanks for taking the time to hang out with us and talk about the top 6 Habanos.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh, dude, we love having you on. Anytime that we're recording and you're available, we love having you on.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Love you, man. We'll talk to you real soon. We got Bryant joining us back here in just about 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Hey, man, we want to say thanks to Jay for coming on and hanging out. And, dude, that dude's knowledge is off the chain.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, you look at Jay from when he was the cigar shop manager to now, and the amount of education that he's done.
Oh, come on, man.
It's like, dude knows.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Night
I mean,
and day.
if Jay had a podcast, people would listen to him and not me. You know what I mean?
They'd want to see him sitting looking like Magnum PI with them shades.
I heard that dun 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 dun, dun when Jay came on.
He walked in, Hawaiian shirt, New York Yankees hat.
Yeah,
snatched it off.
I was like, did you drive up in a red Ferrari?
Yes.
So anyway, thanks for Jay for coming on, and I'm excited to get myself one of those Habano packs.
I'm definitely getting one.
So if you guys are interested, look down the show notes and call them up and let them know that you want to order the Habanos.
Yes,
pack.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm excited.
You're not the only one.
I mean,
man.
I was excited. Hey, wait. I was impressed that 2 of my top 3 cigars made his list.
Go ahead on, man. There you go bragging again.
Hey.
We ain't trying to hear that.
Let me just tell you, I'm not bragging.
Yes, you are.
I'm not bragging.
Yes, you are.
All right.
Thank you.
I didn't say anything.
You gave it up. You're not even going to say the rest of it because you don't want me to
I
feel.
was going to say, you know what? I did kick your ass.
Anyway.
Anyway. So,
hey, man, quick question.
Lay it on me.
We talk about football almost every show.
Well, about once. Well, I would say every other show.
That's what I say, almost every show. So there was news this week.
I didn't see it.
Julio Jones,
Okay.
Tennessee,
Okay.
gone. No more in Atlanta.
First of all, how old is he?
He's in his 30s now. He should be 30, 31, somewhere around there.
Dude has not had the career that I hoped he would.
He was in Atlanta.
And that's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because if he would have been somewhere, let's just say he was in Green Bay.
Ooh.
Let's say he was in the Patriots.
And see, that's where I was thinking. Because especially under Brady,
Right.
you know,
With Elmendorf on one side and him on the other, you would have a hard time defending that.
Because you saw what Brady did. I'm not a Brady fan, but I understand what he does. I understand what he does. And what he did with Randy Moss, the year they went undefeated until the Super Bowl.
Right.
Randy showed something that he hadn't shown in a while.
Right. And Brady had never had that luxury.
Ooh, because he did. He just knew as long as I get it out there, he'll catch it. But he's gone to Tennessee now, man.
That's interesting because Tennessee has a good team.
They got a good running game. Tannehill at quarterback, though.
Who is the second receiver over there?
That's the question. Who is it?
See, because you gotta have
that offset.
You gotta have a guy that can draw attention.
Because that was like with Dallas with what's his name from Miami.
Well, I always say when we had Michael Irvin,
but you had
Alvin Harper.
You had Harper on the other side.
You couldn't just lax with Alvin.
No.
Alvin was not a number 1,
but he could have been
badass number 2.
Yes. But that's the thing. Him him being traded over now to Tennessee with that running game that they got.
And they went pretty far in the playoffs.
Oh, they did. They needed a receiver. They didn't have one.
Right.
Because everybody knew all they had to do was stop. If we can stop the running game, we can stop them.
Right.
But now you have to. The premise is now, okay, we got to play total defense.
Well, here's the one thing that I thought of when you told me about this earlier. Was and they didn't get a lot for him.
They got
a second round
in 2022,
third round,
a fourth round in 23, and a sixth round in 23.
So they get a second round next year.
Yep.
And then they get a what?
A fourth and a sixth in 2023.
Wow.
Yep.
That's not that steep.
Nope.
For a player who has proved to be a go-to guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's very rarely injured.
I haven't seen him injured.
I've seen him injured.
Like 1 or 2 games. But you have guys sit out seasons.
Right. He's never had those kind of injuries. It's always been 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
But he's a beast.
He is.
But he's also getting up there in age.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't get like our first round.
But you look, I'm going to say this about that. Fitzgerald changed the mindset on it. Really, it started with Jerry in his 40s, still doing the thing. He's not doing perfect what he did in San Fran, but doing his things with the Raiders in Seattle.
Right.
But then you got Fitzgerald that's still with the Cardinals in his late 30s. He's not that go-to guy anymore. But when it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5,
he's the guy.
You look for him.
Right.
You look for him.
You count on him.
You got to, because you know you get it to him anywhere near him, he's going to catch it.
Right.
And he's going to fight for that first down. So that's when I look at Julio as. San Fran was trying to get him, but evidently we didn't want to give up a second round in 22.
Who's the Cincinnati wide receiver that's really good?
When he ain't high, you talking about? Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Yeah, you talking about what's his name? Gordon. What? No, but he's gone.
Green.
AJ Green. AJ
Is he
Green.
gone?
No, it's Gordon that's gone.
Green.
Is he stopped hurt yet?
If you had Green on one side and Julio on the other,
That's ugly.
even at their age,
But see, Seattle tried to get him too with number 14, that beast that they got. You got him on one side and Julio on the other. They going back to the bowl.
let me tell you something. And I think the Cowboys will be lucky this coming year. Last year I predicted
You
8 and 8,
Yeah.
and they didn't do that good.
Nah.
I believe they were 7 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed it by 1 game.
Yeah.
This year coming up with all the talent that the Cowboys have added,
Uh-huh.
I think that they're going to be 9 and 7.
Okay. What about the rest of the NFC East?
The NFC East, I'm going to say the Eagles, I think that they are perpetually lost in what they're doing at quarterback.
Jalen Hurts?
I mean, I don't.
Is it Hurst or Hurts?
12 and 4.
Jay says 12 and 4.
I don't know if it'll be that bad, but I think it'll at least be 7 and 9 or worse.
Wow.
And then you go to the Washington Redskins. They're a wild card because you don't know.
They got rid of their general.
Yeah.
They did.
And so you don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams won't know what's going to happen until they've got film for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then once they figure it out, they're done.
Yeah.
So I think that they would probably be like 4 and 8 or no, 4 and 12.
And then you got the Giants, who everybody knows all about the running back.
Right.
If he lasts the season, they can have a better season, but it's just him.
Right. You got to, I don't even know what their quarterback situation
No,
is.
what's his name? Jones? Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, he has not proved himself. Now, he could come out this year and prove himself, and they could end up, I'm going to say, 8 and 8.
So you're going to say the Cowboys are winning the East this year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is always a coin toss because, especially lately, they've all sucked.
Yeah.
So,
everybody in the East.
Right. I mean, the East has been a disgrace to the NFC.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, they have.
At least he didn't say to the NFL.
No, just in the NFC. The AFC has their own disappointments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you got some teams that's like, you're not going to win.
You're not going to win.
You're not.
Well, what about the Jets? Now with
I don't like it.
you don't?
No.
They got a good quarterback. And they got the oldest running back in the league who's still with Frank Gore. I saw this meme today, and they had a picture of Jim Brown running. It said 1934, Frank Gore gets drafted into the NFL.
Yeah, the AFC is. I mean, really, who in the AFC scares you?
Nobody.
I mean,
except for Kansas City.
Kansas City
and
Pittsburgh
is perennial.
Right now, Pittsburgh though seems to be in a pattern of mediocrity.
The only team that
they can get up some games, but not every game.
On paper, the only team in the AFC that can even come close to Kansas City is they're saying is Cleveland, because Cleveland has stacked. But it's paper.
And I'm excited to see what Cleveland can do.
Yeah,
because last year they actually did way better than I had predicted. Mm-hmm. And I was actually impressed with some of their play.
Yeah.
I think that they had some, maybe I would say, poor coaching decisions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in a few games. Yeah. That cost them those games.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not a coach, so I'm just saying what I think.
I got you.
I think that more of coaching over player talent was what made their demise.
I got you.
Because I think they got talent.
Okay.
I'm
on paper they do.
Yeah.
On paper they do.
And I would say the next AFC behind them would be Baltimore if they can get their shit together.
Yeah.
I'm tired of them not having their shit together.
Yeah.
They've got a quarterback, they've got wide receivers, they've got a running back, they got an offensive line. Figure out how to fucking call plays, and you should be all right.
And keep that defense off the field all
You're
the time.
right. You can't wear them out.
Nope.
So, I don't know how we got off on an NFL tangent, but if you want to know what the fuck is going on in football, now you know.
That's the lowdown. But you know how we did, and I know Zeka probably remembers this, when we did the show and we brought in the Florida man.
Yeah.
I got some Florida men for you.
I'm ready. I'm all ears. I love the Florida man.
Number one, and it's not in any order, but the first one that came up was Florida man throws a 2-month-old baby and the deputy catches it. Zeke over there died laughing. The dude they were in a pursuit. The Florida guy gets out, takes the 2-month-old baby and overhand throws it at the deputy. He catches it with 2 hands and goes down to one knee with it in 2 hands.
And the guy gets away?
He ran away, but he didn't get away.
Oh, okay.
He ran away, but he didn't get away.
He tried the old baby in the air distraction.
And it didn't work.
And it did not work.
Number 2. Florida man uses stand your ground against killing an iguana.
Why?
Killed the iguana, and they charged him with animal cruelty, and he said he was standing his ground.
No, I'm down with that.
You would be down with that. You would be down with that.
Dude, do you know how big those get?
Oh, yeah, but the point is, the law had nothing to do with iguanas, man.
I know, but I think that I should be able to shoot something like that. Home defense, stand your ground. I get it.
Here's the last one. Florida man attacked by gator while looking for prehistoric shark teeth.
Say this again.
Florida man attacked by gator while looking for prehistoric shark teeth.
Was he in a creek?
He went into swamps looking for prehistoric. His head was in the gator's mouth. It's a blessing that the gator attacked him.
Did he die?
No, he didn't die.
Really?
Yes.
Let me tell you something, man. let me tell you something. There's a guy on TikTok that has his own man-made pond, and he gets in there and feeds gators hand to mouth.
Nah, bro.
And then when they're done eating, he puts his arm around the head and like pets it.
Nah, bro.
And I'm like, you're stupid.
No, you're past stupid.
You're stupid.
You're past stupid. That's taking it a level too freaking far.
It's not a mammal.
No, it's not. It's a reptile that
with the
loves
brain,
food at all
That is
times.
a brain about that big.
It doesn't know when it's full.
Right.
It just eats.
It's storing for the winter.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and the dude's like, feeding this alligator,
Nah.
and there's more than one alligator in
Nah,
there. There's
bruh.
like another one swimming up, and he's like,
bruh.
oh, there's Melissa.
No,
Like, whoa.
no, bro, I'm not doing that. Did you catch the fight Sunday?
What fight?
Floyd Mayweather and Paul Logan.
No.
Yeah,
Who won?
it went 8 rounds.
And
They say nobody won, but Logan says he won because he went 8 rounds with Mayweather.
he was probably tired.
He got hit. I can say this: that dude got a strong jaw.
Well, what I normally see in Mayweather fights is Mayweather running
Around,
laps.
sitting back there, defense. Mayweather caught him. But to me, it was a money grab.
Oh, okay.
Because
For that guy?
Yeah, because both of them made multi-millions off this fight because it's pay-per-view. It was supposed to be, like the Tyson, what's the name
You know
fight.
what I think we should do? Me and
I'm
you?
not fighting nobody.
Listen, me and you do a pay-per-view, and me and you put on the gloves. Would you watch that, Z? Z's. Yeah, he would.
I'm not fighting. I told you, man, I'm done fighting.
Me and you boxing.
I am
though.
tired of fighting. I'm
Don't you
done.
think that would be fun?
I fought my entire teenage years. I'm
See,
done.
I would not.
I'm done.
Hey, I would not fight Jay.
Because he's too young. Elderly abuse.
If
you beating this old man.
if I was in a fight, they'd be like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's like, no, but me and you would be fun.
Bruh, I'm not fighting nobody no more.
What if we had those giant gloves?
That's even worse.
Like they're like that big.
Because it's going to be even more comical.
Right. That'd
No.
be fun, man.
No.
Those giant
No.
gloves. Or what if we got those sumo wrestler outfits?
I do that.
All right, cool.
I do that.
Hey, look. I already.
No, I'm not
hey,
getting
look,
in that lagoon
I already,
out there.
I already
That ain't
got
no
one.
Oh, God. It got brighter in here. I was blinded for a second.
Sumo by the light, wrapped up like a
For
noose.
real.
So anyway,
Yeah, man.
hey man, you know what? This was a fun show.
Yeah, it really
It
was.
was a fun
I
show.
love Zeka being here, man. It was great having a conversation with that bruh. Your conversation with him was like trying to figure out what he was smoking first. He was like, I can't remember. I can't remember. But I know where I was, what I was drinking.
Right.
But the stick, I don't remember. But I got hooked on it. And then,
The wisdom.
the wisdom.
I mean, it is something having a young guy like Jay having the wisdom that he has about
It
cigars.
says when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And
Like I
that's the way
said,
it is.
if Joe did a podcast,
Joe?
no one would.
Joe,
Jay. If Jay had a
he
podcast,
thought we had Joe Rogan in house.
let me tell you something.
What's that, bro?
If anybody out there knows Joe Rogan, tell Joe Rogan that he needs to come on Cigar Talk, and we will teach him how to smoke a cigar without looking like a woman.
I saw that,
Dude, I mean, he's like this.
sitting there like. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I sent him a message on Twitter that said, let us teach you how to smoke a cigar. We will teach you,
For real.
Joe Rogan.
Because what you were doing,
We
bro,
love
was not
what you
it.
do.
I do, but
dude,
you made that look bad. That
Yeah.
day. You made
Come
it
on,
look
man.
bad.
and you know what the thing about Joe Rogan is? Joe Rogan could kick our ass.
Yeah.
But he can't look like a man and smoke a cigar until we teach him.
The thing about that is, that's where I'd have my fun.
Exactly.
What you doing,
So,
bro?
anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the show this week. And until next time,
Keep smoking.
boom.